Hey, I'm Sarah Henderson, and I'm doing my 211 for Lambert's professor video. The first quote that I found was, "This is such a digital generation that their expectations in terms of multiple types of information input are much different from ours. They are used to being on computers with multiple windows open. They research information on the web, and they are connected to various social networking environments like Facebook. They play video games, so they're accustomed to working in stimulated environments. In some ways, as teachers, we have not yet tapped into that resource, their ability to work in created environments and learn from that experience." I really agree with this quote because our generation, want that instant response, and that's what we get from our computers and our phones and stuff. And so, as educators, we'll have to be prepared to keep students involved and stimulated in the classroom so that they won't get distracted on their computers or on their phones, doing Facebook and other stuff. The next quote that I found was, "Humans, of course, have always learned through their eyes. Understanding itself has never been exclusively verbal." And I completely agree with this quote because when I was in school, I always learned stuff better if it was hands-on stuff or if I could see what we were learning instead of just reading about words in a textbook and that explaining it. But when we could have a diagram or a picture to show it, it helped a lot more. And then one of the questions that I concluded from this article was, where do we draw the line between using technology for education and becoming a distraction or even an addiction? Because in some of the other articles we have read, it's become a very big distraction and also an addiction in some other countries, and including the United States. So where do we draw that line between like using it in the classrooms and then also not getting addicted to it? And then something I related to is when I was reading through this article, the only thing I could think about was all the homework assignments we've been doing in this class, like making the Weebly and then making this vlog that is incorporating technology, and how beneficial it is for us to learn how to do this stuff because we're going to have to use it later in our teaching careers. And yeah, so there's my vlog. Bye.